Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be episode 1 of my brand new tutorial series on Node.js. Now here I'm going to be teaching basic to intermediate Node.js for about 30 to 40 episodes or probably more. And yeah, so the reason why I created this new tutorial series is so that it'll become easier for viewers to understand my Discord.js bot tutorials. And since I've also realized that many viewers of bot tutorials do not understand much of the JS code and simply copy it in order to make bots, I thought I would make this tutorial so that new viewers who watch my videos do not get confused and understand the code, which would also make things easier while creating their own new commands in the future. Now, starting off, I'm going to be creating on the new REPL button right here. Choose Node.js and create REPL. Now let's begin. In this episode, I'm basically just going to be teaching what variables and constants are. So yeah, let's begin. Now, how you define a variable is by doing let followed by name of the variable equal to a value. Now before that, let me first tell you what a variable is. Now a variable is basically just a memory location which has a name and is given a value. Now here this is stored in a memory location and has the name x right here, and this has a number value of 0. Now there are different types of values that can be stored. Right here it's a number. Now for logging this value into the console, we do console.log, which is the function to print things onto this console. Now if I call this variable by its name, we can access it, and by doing console.log we get the value 0. So that's basically what a variable is. Now there are also constants, which is defined by const. Now const x equal to 0, and we can do console.log x to pretty much get the same result. Now the difference between constants and variables is that variables can be changed. Now if I do let x equal to 0, I can change the name or the value of the variable by calling the name followed by equal to and changing the value once again. So we don't have to define let because it is already a variable. Now if we do console.log x, we get 1 on the console, not 0, because we've changed the value. Now if I change let to const, we will see an error pop up right here. It says assignment to constant variable, which basically means that you cannot change the value of a constant. So here if I do const x equal to 0, you cannot change it from 0. So that's basically the difference between constants and variables. So if you're sure that the value of a variable is going to change, then you can define it as let. Otherwise, it's advised that you use constant at all times. Now let me go through some basic data types. Right now, as you've already seen, number is a data type which denotes numbers such as 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. It also refers to decimal numbers like 0.1, 0.2. And right now if we do console.log, let me fix that typo right there, and yeah, if I do this, you will see that I log the number to the console. If I do 0.1 and hover over this right here, it's still okay. Looks like it doesn't show the number anymore, but this is also a number. Let me change this to let, if that fixes it. And yeah, there we go. We can see that it's a number. If I do 0.1 as well, it is a number. So once again, let me log this, we get 0.1. Now, other than numbers, we also have something called strings. Now, strings are always enclosed within quotes, so you have to keep that in mind. Now, strings basically are text. You can store whatever you want inside it. So let me just type in text. So yeah, right here, if I hover over this, you will see that it's a string. And on console logging this, you will see it appears as text, but it is in the white color right here, which shows that it is a string, not a number. If I change the string or the text inside the string right here to 0, it is still going to be a string because it is enclosed within quotes. So yeah, anything which is inside quotes is a string. Now if I do this, I get 0 in white because that is a string. So you can store pretty much anything inside this. I will go more in depth into strings in a later episode, but just keep in mind that anything that is inside quotes is considered a string. Now, other than these two, we also have something called Booleans, which are kind of more complex, but basically you can remember it as an on-off switch. It can either have true or false. So if let x is equal to true, we see it's a Boolean, and this prints true to the screen, but this is in orange because that's a Boolean. If it's in orange and it is not a number, then it has to be a Boolean, because Booleans and numbers are the only two main data types that can be defined without quotes. There are some more, but I will be getting into them in a later episode. So yeah, true, or we can also define false, which is basically the opposite of true. This will be used for conditional statements, which I will come into in later episodes as well. So yeah, that's basically it. We use the let and const keywords to define variables and constants, and the three main data types are Boolean, number and string. And also console.log is used to input anything or output anything or to the screen. Now instead of assigning a variable and directly passing that, I can also give the data type right here, or the data right here. If I do 0, it prints 0 without using any variable. Now if I use quotes here, obviously it's going to be a string. I can type in text, or I can type in something like hello world, and this will be considered a string and printed in white. So yeah, that's basically going to be variables and constants. In the next episode, I'm going to be going over some more data types as well as strings. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.